I think it was gradual in a way. I was able to read and write, but then I suddenly found that I couldn't see to do things. And slowly you realise that you're losing your sight.
My whole life I've always known I'm blind. I don't remember the moment I kind of realised that, because it was just always something I was really aware of and that I knew.
Well, my parents knew that I couldn't see from when I was 6 months old, but I don't think I realised fully until I was about 5.
I have 3 children. They're all retired now since I'm 93, but they come home to see me or bring me up every week. I can't see them, but naturally I know they're there. The difficulty is when somebody comes up from church or in the street that I can't see them, and I have to ask who they are to hold a conversation. That's a very useful gadget. I was given a computer, a guide computer, which is a talking computer, and it worked on the memory system, whereby I can keep a tab on the people I want to talk to by email, and it's a great help. I wouldn't be without it.
It's 10:40 a.m.
One thing I would impress is that you learn how to say thank you. Hardly an hour goes by that I haven't had someone come up to open a door for me or see me off a pavement to cross the road, or get on the bus, putting my coat on. The simple things of life. You learn to thank you. You realise how many people there are just standing by to assist me. I don't think it's scary. I've never felt scared. I probably felt uncertain at some time where to go or what to do, but you overcome these difficulties.
Definitely as a child, I was very aware that perhaps I wasn't treated the same as other people. For example, there's one memory which really vividly sticks out to me, and I don't know why. I guess it was because at the time it felt really significant. I used to sing in choir when I was in primary school, and when you were older, you stood on the benches at the back, and the younger kids were stood in front, and everyone else, when they got to around 10, was allowed to stand on a bench, and I was made to still stand on the floor. And I remember that, to me, like, being huge, because I think it was the first time perhaps really that I'd realised actually I knew I was blind, but I think I realised the implications of my blindness, even though I was only a child, that being denied things that other people get access to, and kind of really feeling powerless to fight that. My parents didn't really know anything about blindness when I was diagnosed, but what my parents chose to do was really raise me in a very, very similar way to my sister. So I was expected to get good grades in school, and I was expected to go out and do things, and I was expected to play sports and all these other things. And we didn't really change our lifestyle because of blindness. And I think that for me was very important, because I actually grew up not realizing that I was supposed to think blindness was a limitation.
Porque tomo muchos refrescos.
I think it's fair to say that technology has really changed how blind people do things. I mean, technology's had a huge impact on all of us, whether blind or sighted. Through using a screen reader, I can go on the internet, I can book flights, and I can fly to another country, and I can do all these things and kind of manage my life without the intervention of someone else. And I think that's really important, and it definitely means I have a much more private life than I might otherwise have had. I don't think blindness has ever scared me because I've never been sighted. I'm better off spending my time living as a blind person than wishing I was a sighted person. There are a lot of misconceptions about blind people. I mean, what it comes down to is people just don't think we are as capable as sighted people, and I just don't believe that's true. I really don't believe that's true. I mean, I know some blind people who have really exceptional lives, and I know blind people who have ordinary lives, and I think we are as diverse in, I guess, our level of extraordinarity as anyone within the sighted community.
You were finding it quite annoying, weren't you, that you were left out of some sports at school and you thought you couldn't do it?
Yeah. I couldn't do games in the afternoon, so everyone would go off and do netball and hockey, and I was left in the playground, and then I had to do braille lessons with my braille teachers, which was quite annoying. Things have improved now. I've gone to secondary school, but yeah, it was quite tough in primary school. I started skiing when I was about 7 on a dry slope in Bristol, and I just clicked with it, and it just went from there. I went from learning, I went to race training, to snow domes, to just skiing on the big mountains with my ski team. I ski with my guide. At the moment it's a guy called Jim, and he skis 1.5 to 2 meters in front of me, and we have radio mics clipped to our helmets, and we sing on the lift, and we talk on the mountain, and he says things like left, right, ridge, things like that, and we also have to wear high-vis jackets, which I don't really like very much. I like the wind rushing through my face, and I like the freedom of it all. I've got a lot of technology at school in my special room. I've got a CCTV, I've got a Braille No Touch, I've got iPads, I've got laptops, and that helps a lot in lessons.
Finished!
I learned that nothing comes easy, and yeah, you just have to fight for what you want, and I've learned that with 3 siblings. Yeah, you just have to go and find what you want and just achieve anything you want. I think it's the phrase "I can and I am." People need to remember that, but we are very able, and we enjoy doing lots of adventurous things.
I would say to anyone who suddenly lost their sight to just slow down, remember who your friends are, and work out a new pattern of life. I think you have to make life for yourself in a way. The worst thing is to allow yourself to sit down and do nothing.
Go out there, nothing's gonna come to you. You have to go get it, and prove everyone wrong where you can, prove people right, and just make a point.
Don't change your expectations of yourself because you've lost your vision. Yes, you might have to stop driving, and you might have to relearn things that you could do before, but actually your life doesn't have to change in the ways perhaps other people think it should. Being blind don't think is the end of your life, but I think it's really important to try and to reach out to other blind people and reach out to positive blind role models who can kind of talk to you about the fact that there is life as a blind person.
Never allow yourself to be frightened by it. It takes a bit of getting used to, but you survive.